Yo, what up, Street Talks? Air Kim. Alright, so the thought. This one is about self-hate. So, what is the worst type of hatred out there? It's self-hate or self-hatred. So what is self-hate and self-hatred, and why is this important? I think this is my theory. I think the way that capitalism and consumerism works is we buy stuff in order to feel more worthy of ourselves and to hate ourselves less. So how does the whole fashion industry work? It works because, you know, all this advertising tells you that you're not good enough. And as a consequence, if you actually want to make yourself more worthy or more beautiful, whatever, you gotta buy X, Y, and Z. Now, what is the downside of this? Then it means that you end up hating yourself more. So, what do I personally believe in? So what I believe is the best way to like be happier is just stop hating yourself, right? So there's so many things we can hate about ourselves. We can hate the way we look, the way we think, blah blah. And before you can like start helping other people, you know, you can't change the world like without, you know, first changing your attitude towards yourself. So this is what I think. It kind of goes both ways. It's first, stop hating the way you is, and also it's doing something to change about it. So for example, I mean, this is all just my opinion, but certainly to change your bodily composition, like how your body and your face looks, is within your control. Intermittent fasting, don't eat carbs and starches, whatever, and start working out. So to lower your body fat percentage, increase your muscle mass, is desirable for all human beings, whether you're a guy or girl. So for men, around 10% body fat seems ideal. Women, around 20% seems pretty good. So if you don't like the way your face looks, I don't recommend plastic surgery because that's just too expensive and painful. I think it's easier to just lose body fat percentage, because anyone, you know, if you want to look more chiseled or whatever, whether you're a guy or girl, your face is always going to look better if you have lower body fat percentage. And, you know, when you're losing body fat, your body, how's it going, man? I like it. Looks good.
Oh, thank you.
And so essentially, you know, when you're losing body fat percentage, it all drops from your body equally. So the notion of a certain workout to just get rid of belly fat is kind of nonsense. What's a more empirical fact is your body fat loses fat percentage equally at the same time. So if you want to look more handsome or sexier or beautiful, whatever, just decrease your body fat percentage. So, and then also increase muscle mass, which is lifting weights, doing a bunch of push-ups, go to the park, do chin-ups, calisthenics, whatever. So also, I think to love yourself more, it's more effective to do it as like a via negativa approach. Is that like, get rid of people in your life, or distance yourself from people, socially distance yourself from people in your life which you consider is like bad for your ego. So people who, you know, talk down on you, who, you know, critique you, whatever it may be, just cut them out of your lives. You got to be a little bit ruthless when it comes to augmenting your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And also it's really important to unlearn morality. So we tend to be taught that, oh, you know, if you're meek, humble, blah blah, kind of typical Judeo-Christian morality, or even Confucian morality, make yourself small. If you want to make yourself bigger and greater, you have to unlearn all this nonsense, because all morality and ethics is all subjective. There's no universal truths. And if your goal is to become more confident, to become more you, then you go on, stop hating yourself, unlearn what you learned from society, your past, and whatever. And so I think just the basic things is, I know that like in the past when I had a higher body fat percentage, I really hated the way I looked. And I started intermittent fasting, kind of more of like a keto style diet where I just don't eat starches and carbs and stuff like that. And once I lost my body fat percentage, I'm not sure what percentage I am now, but at least I can see my abs. I'm actually a lot happier with myself, because to be happier with yourself and to hate your body less, you know, rather than like, it's a dual approach, right? You got to change your mentality about your body, but you also got to physically change it too. So like when people say, oh, it's just all mental, I think that's stupid. I think it's mental and physical. So you have to do a little bit of both. So I really think the easiest way to lose body fat percentage, cut out all sugar, starches, carbs, sugars, fruits, whatever. And what I eat is, all I do is eat, I eat fatty meats, fatty porks, fatty chicken, fatty beef, whatever, and like just like bitter greens. And I typically don't break my fast around like, until like, so I don't eat breakfast or lunch. I'll typically break my fast, I'll eat around like 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, whatever it may be. And yeah, just transform yourself, and then you can change the world. And was the goal in life not to become perfect, but to, yeah, always strive to become more powerful, to become stronger, extend your will, extend your influence. And once you stop hating yourself and start loving yourself, everything will be easy.